In the military, as in American society, they have been in the minority, Black Americans and Native Americans. As veterans, many feel as if they're getting the short end of the stick. Their stories this week on For Veterans Only. We've all seen the old Western movies, the cowboys battling the Indians. To this day, our image of the Native American may be influenced by those old stereotypes. But during a visit to the Navajo Nation in the western United States, we found Native Americans to be a patriotic people, proudly serving their country, yet feeling very isolated and shortchanged as veterans.
This is a country we fought for. Look around. How many more people are going to lose their life for this? What we did? We're the backbone of the country. They said, put down your arms. Years and years ago, the people, Navajo, the Indians. But, well, with this, we're still struggling. We're still fighting for our country. In return, the congressmen, they're not pushing for us. We're suffering. The veteran, we need help.
A familiar cry from Native American veterans whose home is here in the Navajo Nation, America's largest Indian reservation. An estimated 16,000 veterans live on this land, which stretches across 25,000 square miles of New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Colorado. Many are isolated, physically and economically.
There's nothing out here. We don't have any running water, no electricity. And if we try to go to the store, we had to travel for about 16 miles. If I had to go to the hospital, I have to travel for 16 miles to go to the hospital.
Because of this isolation, veterans and their families often don't know what benefits they have coming or where to go for help. It's difficult to reach people like this Gold Star mother who lost her son to the Vietnam War in 1969.
I don't know anything about these things. That's how it is. I'm away from those things. Even though they may be like that, I don't know about it. Who's going to take me over there?
The loss of her son nearly 20 years ago has scarred this woman, forcing her deeper into isolation.
I feel they just stole my son. That's how I look at it. He was at school, and they took him right from there. That's what they did. For that reason, I'm very sad. Whenever I'm asked about it, all I can do is cry. And for that reason, I have no desire to go to other places.
It is the fear of losing his land that kept Dan Begay from looking for full-time work in the city.
If I go away somewhere, if I work in another city like in Phoenix or Los Angeles, I'm going to lose my land. There's a lot of people like that. And what happened to a lot of people? The people that work is out there, and the Hopi take over.
A long-standing land dispute between the Navajo and Hopi tribes is complicating an already desperate situation for these Native American veterans. Thousands have been forced off the land of their ancestors, the land that's been their lifeline for raising livestock.
We used to have a lot, but the government told us to reduce it. So right now we only have about 20 of them, 20 sheep and maybe a few cows, but that's not enough to live on it. We can't sell it anymore.
Veterans who used to be able to live on about $2,000 a year raising sheep and cattle have been forced to reduce their livestock herds, and their income has been more than cut in half.
So as a result of that, veterans who had been able to obtain vehicles and maintain them and so forth are less able to do that, and so you have more of a situation where they're in a economic dire straits, and we find them more than any other veteran on the Navajo reservation hitchhiking to receive services in various places.
This hardship has taken a human toll. There have been at least 2 veterans killed by hit-and-run drivers while hitchhiking to VA facilities. And even those with good jobs who can afford to build a better life for their family find themselves trapped. As an Army sergeant in Vietnam in 1967, Paul Rock was a hero. He helped save the lives of his comrades. Today he lives with his wife Arlene and 7 children in a tiny Navajo hogan. Because they live on land where new construction has been frozen due to the land dispute, their VA eligibility for a home loan means nothing.
Every door that we knocked on was closed to us. because we live in the Bennett Freeze area. We can't get electricity, we can't get running water.
Even when they try to buy a mobile home, the Rocks run into roadblocks.
They always ask us if we have paved roads. Since we're buying it through the VA loans, we have to have a paved road, we have to have running water, electricity, fire station nearby. We don't have those things out here.
The Navajo Nation has its own veterans office independent of the VA. But field service officers like Gene Little have thousands of square miles to cover, most of it on rough roads, often impassable in bad weather. And it's almost impossible to reach and help all those in need.
Makes it very difficult because 300 to 400 miles a day driving, it requires at least anywhere from a half a day to a whole day.
Things are getting better. More money is being funneled into veterans programs. This office first opened in 1971 with a budget of just $22,000. For next fiscal year, there will be more than $3.5 million to work with. New funds have come from the state of Arizona for veterans housing. More than 120 homes have been built in the past year. But for those veterans living deep in the heart of the reservation, their veterans' benefits are out of reach.
They have to travel 400 or 500 miles to Albuquerque VA Medical Center or to Phoenix, Arizona, which is about a 6-hour drive from Flagstaff. And before you can get to Flagstaff, you have to fight your way out of the remote area, especially during adverse weather conditions.
Jackson Gibson and his staff of 15 can only do so much to try to connect these veterans with the benefits they've earned.
I really feel that the federal government, the Veterans Administration, they need to take a real good look on the Navajo Nation and look at the 16,000 Navajo veterans that we have. We are still serving. We have our children who are serving in the service right now, in all branches of the armed forces.
A VA advisory committee on Native American veterans recently submitted its report, finding a lack of accurate and thorough statistics on Native American Indian, Alaskan, and Hawaiian veterans. And it says the Native American veteran underutilizes VA benefits and health care services. The report singles out the Department of Interior's Bureau of Indian Affairs for a lack of interest or concern for the problem. These proud Americans serve their country well, earning high honors for that service, from the Distinguished Service Cross to the Purple Heart. Many fought and died. Others are still fighting for what is rightfully theirs as veterans, as Americans.
We were brave. I was a hero in Vietnam. We were hero in Vietnam. But out here, we nothing. When we came back, we nothing. In Vietnam, we dropped blood. Out here, we dropped tears. We nothing. Nobody wants to listen to us.
People say that we won, but it doesn't mean very much to me.
It hurts. It hurts me. I don't know this. I came here this morning, Sunday, and was I respect to my brother, Alvin Chester.
We're still patriotic. We'll go to Korea and serve. We'll go anywhere and serve our country. But what we want the federal government to do is remove some of those federal laws and policies so we can use those benefits that we've earned.
And we are the natives of this country. And they're trying to make us feel like dirt. They're making us feel like we're not worth nothing. But we fight their wars. We fight for their country. We fight for the flag. We stand under the flag. We stand by the flag. So we are 100% Americans.
With Native American veterans on the Navajo Nation, I'm Brian Patrick, reporting for Veterans Only.